Good morning to all. This is M. Visalakshi. I am Professor R. Sudha, Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering in Tandai Government Institute of Technology, Vellore. Welcome to e-learning class. In this video, it's a continuation of different type of circuit breakers. So in previous video, we saw the different type of circuit breakers, and it's a continuation in this video. So here we are going to discuss about DC and AC circuit breakers. So moving to this, first of all we'll see the introduction of DC circuit breakers. So DC circuit breakers, it can be a breaker automatically shut off the power when a circuit is threatened of becoming overloaded. Also, it protects the electrical circuit and all the devices using power from the damages. So, a circuit which consists of generator with the voltage, resistance, inductance and circuit breaker. So, it is explained with the circuit diagram. So, here this is the circuit diagram which is representing the generator. So, here you are having the generator E and resistance flowing with the current IR. This is your circuit breaker and inductance represented by L. Okay. So here the voltage current relation is also represented in this. So this is my voltage curve, voltage and current relation. So we can see that the curve AB. So here this curve AB representing. So here it is represented. So this curve will represent the voltage E minus IR. So which is explained here. So V minus IR. Current will be at any instant. Okay, so it is nothing but a current at any instant. And the curve XY. So the curve XY. Okay, so this is from here. Okay, this curve represents the voltage current characteristics of the arc for decreasing the current. So when the circuit breaker starts opening, it carries a load current I equal to, so load current I equal to E by R. E by R. So the graph given is the current shown is to be reduced. Okay, so reduced current is represented by I1, I2, I3. So the sections PR, so these two sections. So here the section P and here downward R. Here it represents the voltage drop I3R. Okay, why? Because it is represented in current I3. So there is a voltage drop in I3, generally IR. So here the voltage drop is represented in current I3, which is greater than the available voltage. So the arc becomes unstable and the difference in voltage is supplied by the inductance L. Across the voltage EL equal to, we know already this formula, L d I by dt. L d I by dt. So for decreasing the value of current, this voltage is negative. This concept is from the Lenz's law. So it tries to maintain the arc. So here if the voltage across the inductance is to be a positive in the region of current I1 and I2, the characteristics will lie below the curve AB. So here the curve represents this current AB. The arc current in the region try to increase so that the interruption of current in this region will not possible. So the operation of this in the DC circuit breaker is to be ideal if the characteristics of arc voltage will be the above the curve AB, even in the region of the current I1 and I2. Okay, so which is represented in this graph. This is your arc voltage characteristics. Okay, these two are arc voltage characteristics. So from this, arc voltage will be greater than E minus IR, and it will balance between the voltage supplied by the voltage across the inductance EL, which is proportional to the rate of change of current, that is di by dt. Okay, so the main function of this circuit breaker is to raise the arc characteristics without affecting the stable condition. So how it can be done means using this arcing time, by reducing the arcing time, which is the time from the contact separation to the final extension of arc, so that it will increase the extension voltage and comparing between and compromises between arcing time and the arc extension voltage. So the main function of this type of circuit breaker is to raise the arc characteristics without the affecting its stability. Next is coming to AC circuit breaker. So in this difference between these two, that is AC and DC, in AC circuit the current passing through the zero will be twice in one complete cycle. When current are reduced to zero, the breakers will operate to cut off the current in order to avoid the striking of arc. So but due to doing this, this condition will be difficult to achieve and it is very expensive. So the restriking of the arc when current is interrupted on the voltage between the contact gap at an instant, which will turn depends on the power factor. So higher the power factor, less the voltage will appear where across the gap than its peak value. So before applying this current interruption concept in AC circuit, some concept will be appeared for AC circuit breaker. So this is your circuit diagram and a waveform for AC voltage between the contacts VB when the short circuit VB is 0 and arc will be interrupted. This is your recovery voltage and this is your restriking voltage at a time t equal to 2. Okay, so this is the waveform. So from the first cycle, so this is your first cycle, right? So first cycle of the current during a circuit will closed by the circuit breaker, which has the maximum amplitude. So which has the maximum amplitude with a representation of A. And when the breaker contact have to withstand this high value of current during the first cycle, that is in amplitude A, when the breaker is closed under the fault. So rated short circuit making current of the circuit breaker is expressed. So we all come across the rating of circuit breaker in previous video lecture about the making and breaking of the current. So in breaking current we are using the concept of RMS value. In making of the current we are expressing in peak value. So we are going to express in maximum peak value, that is 1.8 into root 2 times the rated of breaking current, means 2.5. okay, that is the concept we are going to occur, but it is always more than that of the rated short circuit breaking current. So this concept is always more than the breaking current of the circuit breaker. So in AC we are going to apply the rated short circuit making current, not the breaking current. Next topic we will see about is interruption of capacitive current. So in this interruption in power systems, capacitor bank will be used in the network which supplies the reactive power at the leading power factor. Normally this takes place mainly in AC circuit breaker, which you saw in previous slide. So why? Because this AC circuit breaker is mainly 0 point interrupting technique. Okay, so that is what the interruption of capacitive current. So the value of load capacitance will be greater than the capacitance. So voltage across the capacitor can't be changed. So after opening the circuit, the voltage across the capacitor C will oscillate and attains a new value. So this is what your circuit diagram, which is representing the interruption of the capacitive current. So here from the circuit diagram, the value of the load capacitance, okay, the value of the load capacitance, that is CL, will always greater than the capacitance C. So the voltage across the capacitor cannot be changed. So this cannot be changed. Okay, so this value cannot be changed again and again. So the current supplied to the capacitor will be generally small, and the interruption of the current will take place at the first current. Also, the concept of RRV, rate of rise of recovery voltage, R V, rate of rise of voltage, will low and increases slowly. Okay, so here whenever the circuit is open, a charge will be in the capacitance CL. So the voltage in EL across the load capacitor will have the same value when the circuit is opened. Okay, so after opening the circuit voltage, this VC, voltage across the capacitor, so here the capacitance will oscillate and approaching or attaining a new steady value. Okay, so the supply voltage at this instant will be at a negative peak, and therefore high oscillation will take place. So here this is your waveform representation. So here my waveform will be like this. So this is T representation with respect to time. So this is your E suffix L. Okay, my waveform will be, so this is my EL. So this will be in some other colors we can represent. So this is my EF. Okay, so this is your EF. Okay, and my waveform will be, so it will like this, and other waveform will be, so my waveform will be like this. Okay, so here in this point will be current 0. Okay, and this dotted line, actually this will be represented in dotted line, which I have thickened this line. This represents the arc restriking at this point. Okay, so this is the waveform for the interruption of capacitive current. And next topic is your current chopping or interruption of low magnetizing current. So this like disconnecting the transformer on no load to interrupt the small inductive current. Okay, so here in no load current of transformer is almost 0 power factor at lagging. So this current will be smaller than the normal current rating of the breaker. So interrupting such current will cause the severe duty on the circuit breaker. So this is your current chopping. So interruption of current causing several duty on the circuit breaker. So this is your circuit diagram showing the interruption of inductive current. So this is the circuit diagram. Okay, so this is your circuit diagram, and here this represents the waveform of the interruption of inductive current. While interrupting the inductive current, deionization of contact space and blast effect may cause the current to reduce it to 0 before the current 0. okay, natural current. So this current chopping will very serious, causing the voltage oscillation. So I am just taking the current, means I, okay, so this current as an I, okay. So here the current I am just taking this an I, okay. When it is chopped down to zero value, the storage of the energy in inductor will be half Li square. So this we all well versed. Half Li square stored energy, okay, half Li square will be discharged into the capacitance, so that the capacitor is charged to the perspective voltage V. Okay, so here it is represented Li square by 2, okay, and the capacitor is charged to the voltage half CV square by 2. So I need the voltage across the capacitor, right? So when I just solve here, I will be getting I square root of L by C. Okay, so the value voltage is extremely high comparing with the normal system voltage. So the frequency of the natural oscillation, so we all know, right, frequency of the natural oscillation represented by Fn will be equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of Lc. So this is the natural oscillation frequency. So to understand this concept, we can assume some value and attaining some voltage. Okay, so for example, if just I am applying the value as 7 amps for current, and inductance and capacitance as 35, and capacitance as 0.001 microfarad, approximately I will be having 926 kilo voltage. So the rise of voltage before restraining is very important in this factor, okay, for in this interruption of inductive current. Okay, so this is the concept to find the voltage across the capacitor during the chopping. So next topic is your resistance switching. So from the previous interruption of current, the interruption of capacitive current will give rise to the severe voltage oscillation, right? If excess voltage surges during the interruption, it can be prevented by the use of shunt resistance R across the circuit breaker. So this is your resistance switching. So in order to reduce the, or in order to prevent the use of interruption, we are just including the resistance across the circuit breaker contact. Okay, so this is your resistance switching, and this is my typical resistance connection. Okay, external resistance, fixed contact and moving contact, and this is my circuit isolator switches, closing and opening, and it is mainly used for reducing the restraining voltage and transient voltage. Coming to the circuit diagram, so when the resistance is connected across the arc, part of current will flow through the resistance, so that it will lead to decrease the arc current and increase the ionization path and resistance. So this will increase the current through the shunt resistance. This process will continue when until the current through the arc is diverted through the resistance, or either, so the waveform, see, so this is the waveform, right? Recovery voltage, oscillatory restricting voltage. When this is continues until the current through the arc is diverted through the resistance. So if the value of current is small or remains in the arc, then it becomes unstable. When the resistance also may automatically switch in and the current can be transferred. Okay, so here we will see how the damping is achieved by considering the circuit and in terms of Laplace waveform. So this is your derivation from this circuit diagram. V by S, SL, 1 by C, I2S. So these are all we are going to express in Laplace transform. That's why it is changed. So I am going to apply the concept of KVL for the loop 1. Okay, so this is my loop 1 and this is my loop 2. Okay, so it is represented here, loop 1 and loop 2 using the KVL concept. After writing the equation, that is V by S equal to this equation, I am just keeping this 1, and the second loop equation number 2. So from equation 2 I am going to find what is I1. Okay, so I am just taking this I1 separately and going to substitute this in equation 1. Okay, so that I will be getting the value of I2. So this is the concept we are going to apply the mesh analysis, right, to find I1 and I2. So that's what we obtained, I2. Okay, I am just releasing in terms of time. Okay, so taking the inverse Laplace transform for I2 current, okay, I2 of t, I am getting V by R. So as I told, the natural frequency of the oscillation is Fn equal to 1 by 2 by root of LC, right? So here this is obtained by completing the previous equation. Okay, by solving this we are just to find the natural frequency oscillations. Okay, so here from the natural frequency formula, the value of resistance will be equal to or less than the 1 by 2 half L by C. Okay, so this is what the formula to find the natural frequency. When it is in critical damping, this is your damping. When it is in critical damping, my resistance will be 1 by 2 square root of L by C. Okay, so this is your resistance. So next topic is from arc phenomenon. So arc phenomena, during the period, arcing period, the current flowing between the contact mainly depends on the resistance. So greater the resistance, smaller the current that flows between the contact. So this mainly depends on the degree of ionization, length of the arc, cross section of the arc. So what is degree of ionization? Means when the arc resistance increases, number of particles between the contact will decrease. Length of arc, when the arc resistance increases with the length of arc. Cross section, when the arc resistance increases with a decrease in cross section of the arc. This is the concept of three different arc resistance. What are the different methods of interruption? High resistance of arc interruption and current zero interruption. Coming to high resistance interruption, we all know when the arc resistance increases by cooling, lengthening, reducing the cross section and splitting of the arc, it is employed only for AC and DC circuit breakers. So it has be divided into three different types for high resistance interruption. One is lengthening the arc, number 2 splitting the arc, number 3 cooling the arc. Okay, so here it is there. Okay, it is increased by cooling of the arc, lengthening of the arc and splitting the arc. So coming to the current zero interruption, it is concept of explaining with the two theory. One is recovery rate theory, Slepian's theory, and energy balance theory, Cassius theory. So it's an important interruption. So coming to the lengthening of arc, which is mainly depending on the high resistance. So here the representation is given: initial position, final position, field in horizontal and force in vertical plane. Okay, so here in this lengthening of arc, this method is to increase the arc length by using the arc runner. So using this number 3, I am going to increase the length of the arc, which is like a blade of conducting material. This arc runners are connected to the arc contact, and it will be in a shape of V. So if we see this, it is in a shape of V. Okay, so the arc is initiated at the bottom and blow upward due to the electromagnetic force. So due to this, a force will be obtained, and due to the electromagnetic force, the length will increase and consequently arc is extinguished. So the three things to be noted: one is the arc runner, okay, by increasing the arc length using the arc runner. So using this number 3, I am going to increase the arc length. Due to this, it is connected to the arcing contact. So this is connected in arcing contact, which is in V shape. When it is initiated at the bottom and blows upward, okay, so it is your shape, right? Downward to upward, a force will be exerted. Due to this, my arc length will be increased. Splitting of the arc. So here in this, mainly the arc is elongated, that is expanded, splitted by the arc splitters. This is made of a metal of resin bonded fiber gas and placed are perpendicular to the arc, pulled them into the electromagnetic force. The thing is, so here this is your diagram. Okay, so when the arc is pulled upward, okay, when I am pulling upward, it will be elongated, then splitted and cooled, due to which it is extinguished. So I am going to pull upward and it get exerted, then split, okay, and due to the splitting of the arc, it will be cooled, due to which it gets extinguished. But in length, we are going to pull from bottom to upward, a force will be exerted. But here we are going to split from upward direction. Okay, this is the concept of splitting of the arc. Coming to the arc, cooling arc, recombination of ionized particles can be done. Okay, so by cooling the arc, which moves heat from the arc. So this is done by bringing the arc contact with the cooled air. Okay, so cooled air, due to the cooling, the arc diameter reduces, which will increase the resistance. So here the cooling of arc main concept is by decreasing the arc diameter, and increase in resistance will extinguish. So this is the concept. For splitting, it was moving from the upward direction, okay, and splitted, and it will be cooled. But in length of the arc, it is moved from bottom to upward direction. A force will be exerted, and due to this, length of the arc will be increased. Okay, so mainly length of the arc, that blade was made of an horn like blade. For splitting, it is a resin bona fide fiber. So this is what the arc phenomena under this high resistance and cooling. In high resistance, mainly depends on 3 different type: cooling, lengthening and splitting of the arc. So thank you for watching.